Hello and welcome to Shamrock Rovers Fan TV. Now today I have a match preview for a massive game, Shamrock Rovers against Dundalk. Now this is a massive game, although Dundalk haven't had a good year, no way they'd accept third place, and they probably aren't going to get second, and I won't even think they'd accept second place for how well they've done the last few years, and they haven't lost too many players. They've still got the big names, Michael Duffy, Patrick Cuban, Patrick McElhenney, Chris Shields. They've still got a load of big names in that squad, so they've had a very, very disappointing year. But with negatives, normally positives do come, and positives have come. They progressed to the playoffs of the Europa League, winning the two rounds they were in. They were in the Champions League, unfortunately got knocked out after a 3-0 loss, but then beat Interclub and beat Sheriff, and it was on penalties, and it was brilliant to watch, to see another League of Ireland club progress into the next round. I was delighted for them, and that will give them some confidence. But now that they have to play next Thursday in the game, it will be, they might rest some players, which is a good thing for Rovers, but then the momentum that this could give them, they could beat us. Now, we did play Dundalk earlier on in the season, and it was a great day, great night. Probably the most memorable night for me being at a game this season, or even maybe not including the FAI Cup, but supporting Rovers. It was a super night. Jack Byrne's goal was a stunning goal. Jordan Flores' goal, you can't, although it was a Dundalk goal, you can't say it wasn't a good goal. It was a super goal, but I think Jack Byrne's goal went under the radar because of how good Jordan Flores' goal was. But I think Jack Byrne's goal should have got more credit, but we got the 3 points, and I'm pretty sure that Jack Byrne would have been more happy with the 3 points. Now, we need 11 points to win the league, and that is assuming that Bows have won all their games, 11 points, and we've won it, so we need to make a big push. It looked like Derry were going to beat Bows, and that would have been super, but they got 2 goals in the last minute, which was a big blow for us and for Derry, but the Rovers players just need to keep doing our job and win the league. Now let's get into my starting 11 for the game. In goal, Alamanis. I think he has to play. It's not even a think anymore. I've said it for every match preview I've done this season. Alamanis has to be our goalkeeper. And it's the 5-4-1 formation. At left wing back, I'm going with Neil Ferrugia. Now, Danny Lafferty, let's hope he's not injured. He hasn't played the last 2 games or featured on the bench. Now, even if he is available, I'd play Neil Ferrugia, because personally, I think Neil had a very good game against Waterford, and we played so well in that game, you can't really change around the squad that's doing really well. And at right wing back, Ronan Finn, he has to play this game. He's that engine to our team. We're very organised with Ronan Finn in that team, and I can see the changes. We're going down the left for a lot of our season, back since the break, but I think when we keep switching it up, it's doing a lot better. Like the game against Waterford, it did very well keep switching it up with Neil and Ronan, so we have to keep it that way. And as the first centre-back, Liam Scales, I think Liam and Joey are battling for that place. Joey, I think, if Joey wanted to get that place, he'd definitely get it. But the problem is, now that he's getting it on his career, you can't really play him every game, 90 minutes blasting, and you can't do that with any player. So you need to change it up a bit. Joey's always that super player on the bench that can come on or even start him. But I think Liam Scales, I think he'll play, and I would play him, but I wouldn't be too surprised if Joey O'Brien started. And beside him, Lee Grace, it was a super header to get it into the back of the net against Waterford. Now, it was a free header, but I think it was still super. He's a big threat in the air, and so is Pico, who I'll talk about in a second. But if we can get him and Pico up there for corners, you're nearly guaranteed goals, because Jack Byrne can put such good balls in. And then, as I said, yes, Roberto Lopez has to play. Was absolutely superb against Waterford, and it's been superb this whole season. My personal, probably player of the year so far for the season. And we still have a couple of games to go, and any player could take that. But I think if he wins the league with us, you can't not give it to him so far. And as the left midfielder, Graham Burke did very well against Waterford as well, the birthday boy. His goal was very good. It was very, very well placed. It wasn't one of those worldies where you just open, your jaw just drops, but it was still a good goal, and every single goal counts. And as the right midfielder, Jack Byrne, like, the stuff he can do is just incredible. He can literally read your mind of where you're going to put a pass, and he can literally read your mind where you're going to run. He's a super player, and so many players look up to him. And as the first centre midfielder, Dylan Watts had a very good game against Waterford. Now, Gary O'Neill, I would have played him for the Waterford game. He didn't play. I still don't know why, because I would have played him personally, and I did think he was going to get played. But after Dylan's performance against Waterford, you can't really change it. And beside him, to finish off the midfield, Aaron McInneff. He's a bit like Jack Byrne. The stuff he can do is just, your jaw just drops. It's just wow. Super player. I can see him going to England next year or two. Hopefully we can keep him maybe for next year. We can win the double or even the treble next year. Hopefully the EA Sports Cup doesn't get messed up like it did this year. And hopefully fans are back. And up top, Aaron Green. Very well against Waterford. Very well against Cork. Very well against AC Milan. Just a bit of, it's not even a pattern anymore. It's just, he's doing very well. I was saying for a while that he needs to add goals to his game, and that's what he did against Cork. Scored 2 goals, so he deserves to be in the starting 11. And for my score prediction, I think it'll be 1-0 Rovers. I think Roberto Lopez will get the goal. As it's a low scoring game, I don't think it will be a completely open game. I don't think teams will sit back. I think it will be, both teams will have their spells where they go right for it, but I think Roberto Lopez will get the goal, and hopefully we can win. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Come on the Hoops!